Okay, so I don't know what intro to do for this channel. He does that on purpose because he knows it annoys me when I'm trying to do a video and somebody's being loud. Okay, so you just saw my dom. And basically, I've had to restart this video 3 times. Can I please just get through it?
What?
Thank you.
You said what?
Said I had to restart this video like 3 times. Can I please
Why? It was supposed to be a funny thing.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
She had to restart it on me.
No, I did not. I didn't restart it this time. I heard you in the kitchen. I was just like, can you come here, please?
Shut through the heart and you're too great. You give love a bad name. Can I have another? Can I have a cookie? A cookie?
Where's that?
I don't know. Where'd you put your cookies?
I don't know. Oh, they're right here. Here.
I thought it was the one I threw away.
Okay, so BDSM basically stands for bondage, domination, sadism, masochism. People think it's abuse. It's not. It is the kind of abuse that I like. But, so, it's all consensual. Basically, BDSM is like a never-ending role play. There are some people that are into hardcore shit like knife play and wax play, and I will explain what those are in a minute.
That's fun.
I am not into those things.
You didn't know I was?
I mean, we could try it if you are, but, like, I didn't think I would be into those things. But I don't want to do knife play, though.
Look how good I look.
Yeah, back off, girls. He's mine. I will fight you. Hey!
What?
I just told people to stay away from you and you're gonna strip?
I'm getting comfortable. I've been at work for over... I've been at work for fucking 10 hours.
He clearly doesn't understand that I'm just trying to be a brat. Ow! The fuck?
Can you pluck that up for me?
No! That hurt.
Want me to kiss you and make it bigger? Do you want me to make your boo-boo feel better?
Yes.
Um,
Okay, so...
Didn't make the boo-boo feel better.
Yes. Ow. Okay, so... I'm more into, like, the softcore. You're kind of hurting my wisdom tooth right here. Okay, so... This video is never gonna get done.
No.
Okay, so basically it's about having consent, and I have safe words, so it's basically where you get to talk outside of the roleplay and say, hey, please stop, this hurts. What? What?
Now,
What?
look straight ahead when I'm pointing.
See, if I wasn't comfortable with this, I would tell him red, and he would stop.
I love my police-issued handcuffs.
Okay, so yellow basically means slow down, like, hey, you're going too fast to where it hurts. I like it, but it hurts. Can we not do that here? So why don't you explain in your... Why don't you explain in your own words what it is? Okay, I guess that's his own
Sexy
words.
fun time.
But, like, if you
also,
saw...
you don't get out because
Why not?
I get my keys.
Why don't I get to get out?
Because
Because why?
you asked for a soda.
So?
So...
Why is that a rule now? Why is that a rule all of a sudden?
Because I only got like a fucking $20 tip at work
Okay,
today.
but, like...
Actually,
I don't understand why it's a rule now, why I can't ask for shit.
$20. Woo! My money, bitch. Take my money. I'm just playing with you. Technically, this is our $20, but it goes into gas for the car.
Okay.
First. and
Okay, so
foremost.
basically, if you see somebody at the
Notice
store...
how I usually keep cash for my gas instead of fucking use my card?
Yeah?
Because at least with cash, if you give them with an exact amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
it stops at that exact amount. But with a card, you could keep fucking going and it'll never end until your fucking tank's overflowing.
So basically, if you saw the movie 50 Shades of Grey, that's pretty much what we do.
Now you have the shivers.
Yes, I do. That's pretty much what this is, except for there's a lot of people that are saying like, oh my god, it's disgusting. Why do you call him daddy? Because he's daddy. So, and I'm about to explain age regression in a minute, but first let me just get into the...
Baby, look at me.
Stop, you know I don't like that. I'm pregnant and I gag whenever you do that.
Baby.
What?
Have a kiss. Baby.
What?
Baby.
What?
Baby.
What? Stop. No, red.
But I'm not even doing anything sexual.
It's not even, okay.
Don't. Hey, wait, come here.
No,
I'm not gonna do it, I promise.
No.
I swear to God.
No.
I swear to the baby.
What?
Don't sneeze.
Anyway. So, ow!
You can kiss yourself for what?
Okay, so a lot of the times...
A lot of times what?
I'm never gonna get through this video.
A lot of times what?
I forgot what I was gonna
all
say.
over the Rosie.
No, you're not.
Do you want to cuddle with Rosie?
Do not.
You want to cuddle with her?
No, you want to spill that on her.
I want to cuddle with her. I want to cuddle with her, baby.
Is this the baby?
Oh, I found out Mike, which is only 6 days older than me.
Yeah.
He's my coworker.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a kid and another one on the way.
Aww. Okay, so as far as rules go, can you let me get through this part, please? First of all, no attitude. And I don't care, I give attitude anyway.
Bad girl.
No.
No cuddle.
No.
You get no love. For 2 days.
You can't do that.
Watch me.
We already agreed that we wouldn't do that.
Watch me. You agreed. I never said okay.
Yeah, you did.
By the way, where's the remote? Oh.
Yeah, you did. You just don't want to admit that you did because you want to...
No, I swear to God I didn't.
No, you did.
You tripping. You tripping, ball. I'm just giving you shit. I've had a long, long day at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an extra hour on my freaking paycheck.
Okay, so... Fuck, forgot where I was. Thank you.
BDSM.
Yeah, okay. So I am the sub.
You're so fucking...
Obviously.
Wait, where's my phone? Okay. Toss me my phone over here. With the charger. Sorry guys, I'm actually got a mild case of Asperger's. Fucking stutter.
And a lot of the times he's really hyper, and sometimes I don't really necessarily get annoyed. I'm just like, I just want to get through the video.
Go get your collar.
What?
Go get your collar.
Which one?
Which one do you think?
The one with the leash on it?
Yes.
Fuck! Also, you notice I'm kind of excited when he says things like this? Not abuse. I mean, yes, sometimes I argue to be a brat, but that's just for the sake of
I forgot you had those on.
Yeah, you told me I can't get out.
Alright, come here.
So I'm obviously the submissive, he's the dom. And basically what that means is I do whatever he says, but at the same time, I also have the most control because I tell him what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with. And he goes through with it because he is the dom and he wants me to be safe, he wants me to be happy, he wants me to be comfortable. Now, a lot of these rules are just for my safety and my health. It's not like, you must kiss my toes and eat them. Or some shit. Are you okay?
No. I got really stringy saliva after that tea because of the sugar in it
Mm-hmm.
mixing with my saliva.
Mm.
And that long string that I just sucked right back up because it wouldn't drop off hit me in the eyeball. Like it came back up in the very end of it like a fucking, you know how I'll play with a belt but it'll come back and hit me in the face?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it just did. Except instead it hit me in the eyeball. Do you want to get out of those?
Nah. Here, I want to explain something real quick. Okay, so one of my rules is that yes, I have to listen to him. Because
I don't know if you noticed the keys were beside you.
Because a lot of the rules, so like me being a brat right now, me being a brat basically means I'm gonna get out of them. Because I do know how, it just takes a hot minute and I have to use my mouth. But
I do too, let me see him.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So one of my rules was when I was taking meds was that I had to take my meds. I have to drink water. That's my rule. My rule is that I have to drink water. I have to take naps. I have to make sure that the house is picked up a little bit.
Move.
What?
Move out of the way. Can't get it out.
He also will ask me, hey, are you comfortable following this rule? Are you comfortable with this punishment for not following this rule? And if I say no, we won't do it. Like, we talk. We have, are you comfortable with this? It's not, oh, you're uncomfortable with this? Well, I don't care. I'm the dom. You do what I say. So show us a bad example of being a bad dom.
Okay.
Ow! Fuck, you know that hurts.
That's the example, genius.
I know. Fuck.
You're retarded.
Okay, you can stop now.
I can't keep giving examples.
Like, that genuinely hurt, though.
You want tissues?
Yes. So, basically, yeah, that's not what that is. Like, if you have a dom and you're just
and
like...
if y'all haven't noticed, I don't have gauges in anymore, and I don't have a lip piercing.
Yeah, he took those out.
Over here still holding her boob.
Because it fucking hurt.
Everything hurts you.
Well, yeah, I'm pregnant. My nipples are swollen. I got milk growing.
I could do this, and it hurts. Why are you laughing?
So, basically, if you have a dom that says, oh, well, I don't do safe words. I'm the dom. You do whatever I say. That's not being a dom. That's being controlling with having dom in the title as an excuse to be controlling. That's not what it's supposed to be. Yes, domination is control, but also trust. And you're supposed to talk and be like, hey, are you comfortable with this? Oh, you're not? Okay. And you're not supposed to do it if they say no. If they say no and then you agree to it and then you keep doing it, that is also abusive.
Here's some bigger one.
Why don't you go celebrate your freedom with your own friends? But I don't have any friends, and I'm not going out there by myself.
Oh my god.
Hey, wait a minute, I got
So-
an idea.
Donkey!
You a mean green fighting machine.
Fuck, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
Ah!
that's not what I was gonna say. But,
Really scary. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I fucking love Shrek.
So,
Cause your breath
Far as-
stink! Fucking Eddie Murphy's the best. So is Mike Myers.
as far as, rules go, like punishments and stuff, my punishment, for one, is that I have to put those on. That's one of the main punishments, is like I have to sit in those. And after a while, I do like them because it's a domination thing. I like it. But at the same time, it does start to like rub a little bit, and that's where it becomes punishment. Because another reason why it becomes punishment is because he likes to grab the middle and drag me around with it. And sometimes he takes me places where I don't want to go. Like, he'll make me sit in here by myself. Or he'll have me wear this and drag me around like a dog. And... Ow. And we have talked about this punishment.
I did it backwards, so come here. I'm trying to do it like police do it. I'm trying to figure it the fuck out. If any of y'all had any clue, please leave a comment. Because it confuses the living fuck out of me. Like, how do cops get it so smoothly doing this? Yeah, I just figured it out.
I think you did. Anyway,
But it didn't go all the way like it should. It didn't close
one
all the
thing
way.
that he likes to do when he's already punished me, like he's already spanked me, he's already put me in timeout, he's already done everything he can think of. He takes the collar.
I did it backwards again. Well, your hands aren't around your back, so I can't fucking get it for the life of me.
Okay, so basically he likes to take this collar. If he's already done everything else in the book.
Haha.
He's already done the whole spanking. He's already done he already put me in timeout. He already took my phone away, did everything. And I'm still being a brat with my bratty ass?
Oh, how was Mulan last night, the live action?
I don't remember. I fell asleep. Basically, he will put this on. He'll grab the leash, and he'll make me sit down. And my bratty ass will still try to get up and find every excuse I possibly could. And I get popped for it, and then he'll pull the leash back and tell me to sit down. The most effective way he does that is by saying my middle name in that really low,
Or
deep
just grabbing
voice.
my belt.
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh shit, no, I'm good. And sometimes I'm like, he wouldn't. And then he does. A lot of the ways that I will listen.
Baby. You got a tight little man pussy.
Oh my god, please stop. The freaking Bugs Bunny shit.
It's fucking hilarious ass,
No.
weird ass Bugs Bunny parody.
No.
Damn. Hey,
Basically.
baby, you got a tight little man.
So,
pussy
and
on
he
you.
will say my middle name in that voice. And it, like,
Amberly Nicole.
it scares and excites me at the same
Come
time.
here.
No.
Now!
No.
Amberly Nicole, don't make me grab my belt. It's a good girl. Juicy. Juicy? Juicy?
Hang on, I was getting into age regression. Okay, so age regression. Have any of you guys heard of Little Space? So there's a difference. There's a difference between age play and age regression. Age play is somebody that doesn't even have little space. They just pretend, and they use it as a kink. Because a man likes somebody calling them daddy. And they have sex with it, and they get all sexual and like... Age regression is where you cannot help it. Me, I had a good childhood up until I was 8 years old. That was when my dad got his truck driving back, and my mom got back into doing school, and she like basically didn't want to play with me, didn't want to spend time with me, and I was up in my room playing with myself. Like playing by myself with my dolls and stuff. Do not put your boogers on me, please. You're not 5.
Put them wherever I want.
We just talked about this.
Talked about which thing?
How you can't do whatever you want just because you're the dom. Can you not? This is my baby shirt.
That's washable.
Anyways.
Just like you.
Okay. So. Anyway. Basically, psychologically, I go back to a happier time, and like I try to catch up on all of my childhood years that I missed. Like, for example, yes, I played by myself. I played with my dolls. I didn't really have any friends because I was being bullied. Shit, I made it too tight. Baby! I made it too tight.
Oh, quit fooling your hands.
Well, I move my hands around a lot when I talk.
That's not what I was saying.
Well, I feel like by doing that, I still tightened it a little bit.
Gathering from all over the kingdom.
Ow!
Alien savage tribe to her.
Okay, so anyway, psychologically, like I said, I go back to a happier time. I basically get the childhood that I wish that I had. And I basically go back to being 7 all the way down to 3. Because I still had a good childhood, but it was bad once I got up to 8. So basically, when I was 7 and younger, I had a good childhood. I was spoiled rotten. I was spoiled rotten all the way up, don't get me wrong, but I was like spoiled rotten, like throwing tantrums up until I was 7 because I knew that it would still give me what I wanted, kind of spoiled. So I'm basically trying to relive all of the good years while still healing from whatever it was that I went through. For example, when I was 11, I was molested by a family member. And I just barely learned what sex was. I didn't know what it felt like. I didn't know all I knew was a man takes his penis and sticks it into a vagina. But I thought it was just like a one-time, boop, okay, we had sex, yay, fun. I thought it was just like a weird thing, you know. I was taught when I was told about it when I was 10, and I was molested at 11 years old by a family member. I wasn't raped, I was just touched, and doesn't make it okay, but at least I wasn't raped, is how I like to look at it. And then when I was 15, or like 17, something like that, I was in my junior year, and I got into this guy's car because he was hot and he was gonna take me home, and he ended up almost raping me, and I managed to escape and get out. I've basically been through a lot, and basically going into a little space helps me cope with that. And on top of that, the reason why I need to cope with it that way is because nobody fucking believed me on either of those experiences. I went to my family about both, and they both told me that I'm a bad liar and I shouldn't lie about something like that. And I tried to go to the police and I got in trouble from my family. My family made me retract my story and tell them that it never happened. And then the police officers yelled at me, telling me I wasted their time, and it was just horrible. And I basically still have nightmares about some of that stuff. He doesn't like it when I talk about that stuff because it hurts him that I went through that. But it's also not even just that I went through. I also did get out of a domestic violence relationship, and that's how I know that BDSM is not abuse, because I've been through worse. And I've been through it to where it wasn't consensual. He found out I was an age aggressor, he found out I was a little, and he forced himself to be my daddy. And spanked me with a belt, even though I asked him to not do that. With him, I'm like, you know what, at least it's consensual. I'm still comfortable with this with him because I have a say, you know? And I did go through my hoe phase right after junior year, right after this experience took place, because I was like, you know what, if I have sex, at least it's my choice and mine alone. You know, like, at least it's not being taken from me. At least it's not me being forced. Like, it's my choice. Like, I became a slut after that. Like, not the kind of slut that used to sleep around, not the kind of slut that had so many boyfriends she could barely keep track, but like a mini slut phase, like a mini hoe phase. Like, I would be like talking to guys, multiple at the same time, and then just kind of get bored and leave them. And like, I feel bad about that, but like, that was literally just like me trying to look for something that man took from me. That guy took something from me. He didn't rape me, but he did still take something from me. And me trying to get that back, I was talking to different guys, and then they didn't have what I was looking for, whatever that was, and I would just leave. And I feel bad for it. So if you were trying to heal me and I did that to you, I'm so sorry. But I finally found the one that makes me happy, so I don't have to do that anymore. And there was a dude that I was living with that was abusive to me, like I already mentioned. And in him, I don't see that anymore. Ow!
It was incredible.
And at least I know when he's gonna do that. With the guy I was living with, it was like ow! With the guy I was living with, it was like a switch. Like 1 minute he was nice, getting me flowers, apologizing for the night before, telling me he loves me, I'm the love of his life, telling him I'm a good girl for him. And then literally the next minute he'd be slapping the shit out of me and I have no idea what I did. You know? So I would much rather be into this than being hit without knowledge and without consent. And because I broke a rule on purpose, because I think it's hot when he gets the voice and gets the look. I like the way it makes me feel and it makes me squirm when he gets his belt. What?
Hello.
I don't care.
But, so basically, age regression. I go back to a happier time psychologically. I call him daddy. He calls me princess, sweet pea, baby girl. And all he does is take care of me while I'm in that stage, or like in that state of mind, because when I'm in that state of mind, I'm not pretending. I genuinely forget how to read. I forget how to count. I forget what color is what. I'm literally a child in a 20-year-old's body. I do the toddler run when I'm 3. Like, I will take my bear and like do the little run and giggle. He tells me to go to bed and I giggle at him and go and then keep running, and I get in trouble for it.
Why do you hide?
You should see it at Walmart. Oh my god, in Walmart, my favorite thing to do is get in little space. Okay, I like to get in little space before we go to the store. Go to the store. He knows I'm in little space. Before we get out, he'll stop the car and he'll look at me and he goes, don't ask for anything. Don't touch anything because you're not getting anything. Be like, okay. We get out. He does his own thing. My rule is that I have to stay next to him all the time. I have to stay next to him. I have to hold his hand. I have to be with him, you know. And I still, because I'm in little space, I'm a little kid in a 20-year-old's body. We already mentioned it. I will look and see something shiny and colorful, and I walk the fuck off. To whatever is shiny and colorful, because I'm like, ooh, I like that, it's pretty. And I'm not even trying to break a rule, it's just me doing my thing. Now here's where the brattiness comes in. He finds me, he finds out that I'm missing. He calls me, asking me where the hell I am, and my bratty ass tells him to come find me. Or sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll be a brat, I'll be nice, and I'll tell him where I'm at. Making him mad just by telling the story.
Nice hickey.
Thank you.
No, seriously, I already left you one.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful gift. He gave me.
Very wonderfully welcome.
He gave me a present. Okay, so I will tell him where I'm at, be like, oh, I'm by the markers, sorry, I ran away. He will go find me, and then he will point at the ground in front of him and say, Nicole, get over here now. So I'll start walking towards him, and then realize that I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you got the shivery.
I will walk over to him, realize that I'm gonna be in trouble because he's giving me the look that has not changed. So I'm a couple feet in front of him, and my bratty ass takes off. And I'll start running. What goes through your head when I do that? Baby. What goes through your head when I do that?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was watching this.
I was talking about how when we're at Walmart and you tell me to come here and I run away. Right, he's into watching the
I
movie,
get
right?
worried.
And then, okay, well then you find me and you tell me to come here and then I run.
I think about just leaving your ass behind.
But then you're like, God damn it, I can't do that. Get over here. So then he goes to follow me, he chases me, he finds me, he grabs my arm and says, wait until we get home. Moist. Freaking, it scares and excites me at the same time. It scares me because I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna beat my ass. But then I get excited because I'm like, hey, he's gonna beat my ass. Like, it's a scary yet exciting thing. Like, I don't know. What scares me is when he's actually, like, genuinely mad at me. Like, say I've been a brat all day, and then we decide to go to Walmart for whatever reason, and then my bratty ass does that. He gets so mad at me, he gets a vein in his forehead. And then his eyes turn, like, a deeper shade of blue. And he's like raising his voice without raising his voice. Like, he's very, low, and it's very low and deep when he's talking to me. And I'm over here just like, oh shit, he's mad. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So, and a lot of people that do have sex in little space, I don't want to be like, ew, because we don't shame here. We don't kink shame here. They are not attracted to children. They are attracted to them, if that makes sense. He likes age regression because he thinks it's adorable. Because even when I'm not in little space, I am a huge fucking child. Like, I have ADHD, I have all sorts of shit, and I'm a big fucking child. Even when I'm not in little space, I'm a kid, if that makes sense. And, like, so one example that I have to tell you before we end this video is, I'm at the laundromat, and I have this weird ADHD episode because my brain is hyperactive because I'm not doing anything, my phone is dying, we're waiting for the clothes to dry, and we have 6 loads. Some are in dryers, some are in washers. And my brain is running away, like speeding. And I don't have my phone, I don't have anything to do with my hands. And because of that, I get really hyper. And I have to run and talk and do shit the same speed that my brain does, or else I'm gonna get overstimulated and get a huge fucking headache and get, you know, I get a big headache. My brain is like everything that happened throughout the day like replays in my head, but it's really fucking loud and like echoing, and it's like people screaming in my ear without people screaming in my ear. They're screaming in my head. I don't know. So he bought me a bouncy ball to like distract myself and have something to do with my hands because I'm 20 years old running around. And he grabs it and he said, "Here, play with this. Like, do something with your hands." So me, being a dumbass, heck! Ah! And he's just like staring at me like, what the hell? So then I bounce it and then dart in the other direction. I scream at it, sniff it, bounce it, run away, and then come back and catch it. And he's like, what the hell? He was like, I thought you didn't like it at first. Like, I was just like, no, I was just like, heck! But, so if you want videos from, so basically what's going to happen in the future with this channel is any questions that you have in the comments down below, I will do like a Q&A session, and like, you know, because like I said, this channel is all about education. And for those of you that were like, ooh, a BDSM channel, it's not sexual, it's not a fetish channel. I am not a fetish channel. I am an educational channel. You will not see me being punished. You will not hear me moaning. You will not hear any of those things. You will just hear what goes on. You may even see a clip of him giving aftercare for like what it's supposed to look like, kind of thing. Speaking of aftercare, aftercare is basically what happens after a punishment. After a punishment, after a funishment. Here's the difference between punishment and funishment. Punishment is, basically, it's literally just a punishment. I get a spanking, I go to timeout, whatever. Especially in little space. He doesn't really do timeout for adult me, he does that more for like little kid me. Sometimes I get both. Basically, like, we have like a sequence. You know, it's like I get 3 warnings. Like, first he tells me, like, it's more, like I said, more for little space. Hey, please don't do that. And then he'll explain it to me. Like, hey, please don't do that because you could hurt yourself. Or something like that. I do it again with my bratty ass. Hey, if you do it again, you're going to time out. It's a warning. And then, say I do it again, I get popped. Not spanked, popped, which is just like 1 swat. And then I go into timeout for however old I am at the moment. With little space, because like I said, 7 to 3. If I'm 7, I go in there for 7 minutes. If I'm 5, go in there for 5 minutes. 3, go in there for 3 minutes. But, you know, if he And then he lets me out. He'll give me a hug, like, do you know why I put you in here? Okay, now tell me you're sorry, give me a hug. Okay. If I still continue doing what the fuck I was doing earlier, I get spanked. And then after that, I get aftercare. And aftercare is basically just what happens after the punishment. Like, do you know why I did this? Like, are you okay? Do you feel like... And he asked me a question that he asked me one day, and he's been asking that ever since. He goes, do you feel like you were being punished or abused? And I was just like, I feel like I'm being punished. And he'll be like, okay, do you still want aftercare, or do you now know the difference and now you want to be left alone? Be like, okay, I still want to be comforted though, because it did hurt, you know? And I get aftercare, and basically he just cuddles me, strokes my hair, tells me he still loves me until I feel better. And then, I love you too.
Phone
Shit.
at 15%.
5.